Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Liz and today I have a fun video for you. This is a challenge video. I'm going to be mixing all of my foundations together and putting them on my face. I first saw this video done by Nicole Guerrero, so ever since I saw Nicole do her video, I have wanted to do this so badly. I almost did it without even filming it. Like, that's how badly I wanted to try this. I just thought it looked so fun, but also just interesting, and like it would just be so interesting to see not only the texture of how my foundations are going to be when they're all mixed together, but also the color. That was kind of, I think, the original point of the girl who did it first, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I don't want to mispronounce it, but I know everyone's afraid to try to pronounce her name. I don't know how to say it either. One of her sort of motivations for doing the video was to see what shade her foundations were when she mixed them all together, and if it was a perfect shade for her or not, and I'm really interested to see that too, because I have so much trouble finding foundation shades for me. I often will just buy two different shades right off the bat when I try a new foundation because I know the chance of it matching me is very slim. I just have strange undertones, and I'm sure you guys can relate. Like, sometimes the undertones on my chest and my neck are different than like the ones on my hands, and obviously on my face has a lot more red. It's just a challenge to match foundations. But anyways, I thought this would be fun to do today. So I got these jars at Target, 3 for $3. Gotta love the Target dollar spot. I think this will be perfect for mixing my foundations. I think I'm just going to do one pump of each. I have 30 foundations that I'm going to be using. Yeah. I was a little surprised that I had that many, but that's how many I have. So I'm just going to prime my face with the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I don't want to use any like crazy primers or anything, just because I really want to see how this reacts on my skin. Like, normally I'm not even going to use a pore filling primer, which I normally do. This is just kind of like a hydrating primer, almost more of like a lotion than anything. I know a lot of people were doing like mixing their primers too and their liquid highlighters, and I could do that if you guys want me to do that, maybe in a different video, but like I said, I really wanted to try just foundations today, and I'm on limited time because I'm on my baby napping time, so we'll just do one for today. Alright, let's do this. The first one I have is my Wet n Wild Coverall foundation in the shade Medium. There's that one. Is that enough? Let's start with a little bit, and then if I need to add more later, I'll add more later. Next I have the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer Foundation in Light Golden. This is a very strange one. This one is really oily, so let's hope this... yeah. That's a little oily. I don't actually like this product. Next we have the e.l.f. BB Cream in the shade Nude. The NYX Invincible Foundation, Fullest Coverage Foundation. I have the shade Tan. Whoa. That came out fast. This is the Ulta Demi-Matte Foundation in the shade Mocha. The Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in the shade 7.75. NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat in Cinnamon Spice. Oh, that one's really dark. That's the darkest one yet, I think. NYX Control Drop Foundation in the shade Beige. Next I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Desert Beige. I have another Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in the shade Golden Beige. I think it would be smarter of me, instead of trying to use the applicator, to just pour it in. There we go. I'm getting smarter. So I have the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation in the shade Sand. And the same foundation in the shade Tan. Okay, next I have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation in Sand. This is one of the ones in my collection that I really don't like. It just changes over time. I did a review on it. You guys already know, I'm sure. Yeah, Arbonne Perfecting Liquid Foundation in the shade Golden Beige, and the same foundation in the shade Deep Beige. The Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Foundation in Caramel, and that same foundation in Happy Medium. The NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation in the shade Warm Sand. Urban Decay All Nighter in 7.75. This is one of my favorites. I hate to waste it. Hopefully it'll just make it really good. The e.l.f. Foundation Serum in the shade Medium Dark. Whoa. The e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation in the shade Buff. I know this one is way too light for me. Yeah. The Fenty Beauty Foundation in the shade 300. The e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Buff. Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Honey. And Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Golden. BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation in the shade Golden Beige. Huda Beauty Foundation in Butter Pecan. Another one of my favorites. This is the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation in Bamboo. The Sonia Kashuk Perfecting Luminous Foundation in Bamboo. And the Ulta Beauty HD Soft Focus Liquid Foundation in the shade Tan Warm. The last one. Now I'm going to mix it up. I guess I'm just going to use the tail end of this brush. This is just the Wet n Wild foundation brush. And I'm just going to mix it up. Let's see how this works. Considering this is 30 foundations, like it's not that much product. Like I thought there might be more. I feel like I could like use this up in one use on my face. Maybe not quite. I don't know. I feel like I could. Okay, here it is. It is looking interesting. I'm not sure. I have no idea what to expect. I'm excited, you guys. Okay, I'm going to start by wiping this stuff on. That looks like a pretty good color match. I feel so professional using the tail of my brush, right? Okay, now we can use this. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild foundation brush to blend this all in. It's interesting because there are some very mattifying foundations in this mix, but then there's also some very dewy foundations. So it's interesting to see how this is going to sit and how it's going to dry. So I don't know if you can see, I mean it's not a perfect match, but like I said, I don't know if any of my foundations are a perfect match because I don't know if there's such a thing as a perfect match just because there's so many different tones in different parts of my face and neck and body, but it's okay. I think if I bought this foundation like as a real foundation and put it on my face, I would be happy with the shade match. The texture is really strange though. So I have all the foundations on and I don't know how I feel about it right now. I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes. Okay guys, I am back. I have let it sit for a few minutes. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's interesting. It feels like it's pretty dewy right now, so I'm interested to see how it continues to sit. It definitely feels tacky too. I feel like it's going to slip and slide on my face. Like I don't know if it is for sure, but I feel like it will. And I'm not used to a full coverage foundation that is dewy. Does that make sense? Usually full coverage has more of a matte finish, so this is kind of weird for me, but I mean, like I said, I don't hate it. I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay guys, I am done with my makeup and I have to say, I'm digging on this foundation. I really am. I feel like it has definitely dried down a little bit more matte than it was initially, but it's still never really fully dried matte, which makes sense because a lot of the foundations in there weren't matte foundations. I ended up setting it a little bit with a powder. I didn't set it too heavily with a powder because I wanted to see how products would mix in with it, and I feel like they mixed fairly well. I did bake with my Makeup Revolution banana powder, and I feel like that worked really well. I'm wearing some Pure Cosmetics, the bronzer, blush, and highlighter from my Pure Vanity palette on my face. I'll list everything that I'm wearing in the description box below so you can check that out, along with all the foundations I use. But yeah, this was fun, and I actually do have quite a bit left, so I'm probably going to get another couple days use out of this, and I'm definitely going to use it up. I'm excited because it was just really fun. And this is inspiring me to mix other foundations together. Like, I'm probably not going to mix all 30 of them together anytime soon, but to just mix like 2 together and see how that works, you know, color-wise and formula-wise, to see how they play off of each other. It'll be interesting to do. So let me know what you thought. Do you think that this looks okay? Would you wear this foundation? I totally would. I totally would wear this if this was a foundation, color and formula wise so far. I really enjoy it. That will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's any foundations that I use that you'd like to learn more about, you'd like me to maybe do a review on or use in a tutorial or something like that. Let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate you, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye!